Hey, so you get a phone call, a baby's been born. You had no plans with this expecting mom beforehand. So, what do you do? So, I have 5 pieces of advice on how to handle a fast adoption, also known as a last minute adoption, on All About Adoption. Hi, I'm Stephanie A. I'm the adoption lady. One year when we were doing adoptions, half of our adoptions were last minute, fast from the hospital adoptions. It is common sometimes to have a last minute adoption, so it's really important to prepare for that. One of the first things that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to have a hospital bag ready. And so just like the expecting mom who's going in to deliver, you're going to want to have a hospital bag ready as well. So one thing that's important to have in that hospital bag is your home study, any supporting documents that you had to have for your home study, such as birth certificate, marriage certificate, different things like that, because the adoption professionals are going to want some of those same documents that your home study agency prepared for you. So particularly if you're working with a national agency, when you're expecting mom, let's say you live in Kansas, you're expecting moms in Florida, you want to have those documents in your hospital bag and also electronically available to be able to give out to other adoption professionals. 2 is to have the ability to clear your schedule ASAP. So when you enter into the adoption field, it really is important to let your employer know that there could be the possibility of a last minute adoption. So it's really important that you have the support of your employment to be able to clear your schedule ASAP. So something that's important to know is that last minute adoptions, sometimes they work out and sometimes they don't. Sometimes the moms have just not had the counseling that they need to be able to process all their feelings and process their adoption because they didn't do any of that ahead of time. And so therefore they didn't have the benefit of the counseling that comes with adoption when it's planned out before they deliver the baby. A lot of times the moms are in denial. When the baby's here, they can't deny it anymore. And so then they're thrust into this decision and sometimes they're not able to properly process that decision. Just remember, number 4, for the last minute adoption, you're condensing the entire adoption process into a 48-hour period of time. So just be ready for it to be pretty much a whirlwind. And number 5, just be ready to go with the flow. Be flexible. That is the key, is flexibility. There's going to be a lot of unknowns in a last minute adoption and a lot of possible risk for last minute adoptions because of this unknown information. Like, for example, what do we know about the birth father? Is he going to be in agreement with this adoption plan? A lot of times there's a lot of unknowns when there's a last minute adoption. And so just know that if your social worker doesn't know, then she doesn't know and she isn't able to give you that information, or even your attorney. So you really have to remain flexible and go with the flow for a last minute adoption. And that's my best advice. So please hit the subscribe button if you'd like to hear more from us each week. Have a good day. Bye.